Turn your relationships into revenue. Turn your relationships into recurring revenue. Um, this is probably one of my favorite things about co-marketing is that most of us already have pretty much everything that we need to either use comarketing.com to grow our business or to use comarketing.com to earn extra money. I work with coaches, consultants, ecom, real estate agents, home services. There's 30 plus different home services. And this has been one of the coolest things that I've gotten to witness is most, if not all of the people that we've worked with inside of comarketing.com already had the relationships that they needed. So the thing that I'm going to talk about today, like I'm going to give you a specific use case for co-marketing and turning your existing relationships into recurring revenue. And I'm going to use real estate because it's the most successful example that I've seen of this when it comes to co-marketing. And a lot of what I've seen is that real estate agents are consistently referring people to um, home service providers, movers, roofers, painters, electrical contractors. There's dozens, home inspectors, flooring companies, cleaning companies. There's so many different examples because the homeowner is one of the most valuable, leads or prospects that exist, and home service providers are always trying to get access to these homeowners. Real estate agents are the perfect gateway. And this is what I've seen time and time and time again. I've been doing this now for about 2 years, and I've seen hundreds of thousands of dollars be earned. It could be millions. I'd have to go back and look, but has been earned through these strategies. And it's so simple. Find a real estate agent in a community and offer to be their preferred service provider and pay them for every single referral that they can send you, every lead, not necessarily like a referral. Referral insinuates closed business. I'm talking about a lead where you get a phone number, physical address, and it's like, boom, here's a lead. Go follow up. I've already told them you're amazing. You're going to crush this. Hoorah. Like the conversion rates that I'm seeing from realtor to home service provider in most categories is, if not over 50%, it's about 50%. So if I send you two leads, you're going to close one of them in most cases. Now, there's some people that are not very, like, they don't have the best sales processes. There's things that they've got to work on. So imagine this scenario: you're a moving company and you charge $2,000 a move on average. And you want to be able to get moving jobs for roughly 10% of your overall marketing spend, which means you want to be able to get a customer for about 200 bucks. And every lead that I send you, you're going to convert 50%. That means you're going to pay me $100 to send you a lead, and you're going to close every other lead. You're going to meet your numbers. You're going to hit the CAC rate, and you're going to have a super profitable way that you can now get leads. And then imagine you rinse and repeat this scenario with 10 realtors that close, let's say in aggregate 10 deals a month. That's $20,000 a month in prospective business that you're going to get, assuming that they each refer you one. Let's just go half. You're going to convert half of all of that. That's $10,000 a month in business you're going to get from those 10 relationships. Now imagine you partner with one real estate agent that sells 50 houses a month. And let's say you convert, not everybody's going to move. Okay. So you're not going to get all of those 50 leads. Let's just say you get 25 leads from one moving company and you close 12 of them. Let's say for easy math, you close 10 from one relationship. That's $20,000 a month in business for your moving business from having one relationship. This is how you can turn your relationships into revenue. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're a real estate agent and you refer all of these people all of the time, you can get one moving partner, one roofing partner, one electrical partner, one flooring partner, one cleaning partner, one, fill in the blank. There's 30 freaking home services. You guys can get so many of these relationships. Now you're monetizing that referral how many times? You've taken one deal where you're getting maybe, obviously your real estate commission, Depending upon your business structure, maybe you're getting some mortgage love and you're getting some title love and some insurance love. But you've got a way to monetize that contact dozens of times from one real estate transaction. And maybe if you don't sell a lot of houses, it doesn't add up to like an enormous amount of money. Maybe it's thousands of dollars. That's thousands of dollars that you can use to offset the thousands of dollars of expenses that you likely have. This is how you can turn your relationships into revenue. I'm going to give you an example from my business. I was growing really aggressively on using Facebook ads, and all of a sudden the ads just stopped performing. And it was very difficult. I was losing a ton of money every single time I would try to do a Facebook ad campaign. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to just call my friends instead and see if they'll send an email for me. These are my relationships. And I said, hey, will you send an email? I've got a webinar coming up and I want to be able to, I'll pay you $10 a lead. I just need to fill this webinar with as many people as I can. I did that and ended up generating like 800 plus leads and making a 360% ROI on what I paid my friends, turning my relationships into revenue. There's so many different applications of this, but if you're listening to this and you're like, okay, am I going to use this co-marketing strategy? Could I use this to grow my business, or could I use this to make extra money to fund my business or to fund my lifestyle or whatever it is that you want to do? Do I want to earn money or do I want to like spend money to get customers? And then it's, okay, who do I know already? Maybe if I'm a real estate agent, who do I know that would gladly partner with me in this way? I've never had a way to partner with them and for them to pay me. Now I've got a platform that I can use to do this. Or if I'm a home service provider, I would go ham. Like I've been so tempted to start a home service business in like the last couple of months because growing a home service based business is unbelievably simple with this strategy. You just call the most productive real estate agent in the market who nobody's paying right now and say, hey, I want to be a preferred mover. I'll pay you $50 for every single lead you send me. You got to do the math to make sure that the numbers check out. But what real estate agent's not going to take you up on it? Nobody's calling them and saying, hey, can I pay you? Everybody's calling them and saying, hey, you need to pay me so I can help you grow your business. So when you pick up the phone and you call these people and it's like, hey, I'm going to give you $50 a lead. Let's say they refer 5 people a month to you. That's $250 to the realtor. That covers expenses. That helps offset costs. That helps put gas money in the car so I can show more houses. Nobody's doing that. At least if the people that I'm working with are doing that because it's a no freaking brainer. And it's also easy because of the comarketing.com platform. There's so many ways that if you're watching this right now, you can turn your relationships into revenue. And if you're not doing it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like money. I think people really struggle in business because they don't have a clear way to get customers. This is one of the clearest ways to get customers I've ever seen. You already have these relationships. If you're trying to grow your business or if you're trying to just earn extra money, you already have the relationships. You really just need to understand strategically how to go leverage those relationships to sell more jobs in home services. Oh, by the way, this is an amazing growth strategy for growing your real estate business. But also it's just an amazing way to earn extra income. I've literally got one real estate company that I worked with. They've earned over $130,000 in the last year. $130,000 in the last year for just doing something that they were already doing anyway. They were already referring these home service providers out to the different people. And now they get paid for it. And they get paid a lot of money. Like $100,000 is a lot of money. Is it a lot of money in the context of somebody making millions of dollars? Maybe not. Maybe not. But does it bolster profits? Yeah. Does it increase your profitability? 100%. Does it strengthen the relationships that you have with those home service providers? That's the most fascinating thing that I've seen. Hell yeah, it does. Does it make you more valuable to your customer base? Unequivocally. Because you can basically teach your customer base to constantly come back to you for everything that they need. How many more referrals do you think that you get if you become just the number one person that the home buyer that you worked with or the seller that you worked with can call for literally anything. How many more referrals do you think you get when you've got 30 reasons to talk to somebody in a calendar year because you were there to support their needs in all things home services? If you don't think that your referral business is going to grow astronomically as a byproduct of that, you're an idiot. Like, there's no other way for me to say that. Like, you're just not a very good business person. This is how this stuff works. You look for reasons to talk to people when you're in a referral based industry, which is what most real estate agents are. And if I can talk to a person that I just sold a house 30 times in a year because they need the air filters, they need the house cleaned, they need the lawn mowed, they need this painted, they need the roof patch. Why would I not do that? Why would I not make that my responsibility? Because not only am I going to make money every single time I refer that homeowner to one of my home service providers, it grows the value of my database astronomically. I'm going to get more referrals because that person and I have developed such a great friendship because I'm there every single time that they need something. It is a foolproof business growth strategy if I'm in real estate. And it's a foolproof business growth strategy if I'm in home services because how many, like, I can go in my market right now. I think there's almost 2,000 licensed real estate agents. You know how easy it would be for me to corner the market like this? This week, I could have an endless supply of jobs. I know this because I've done it. When I first got into business, I was 19. I had a gutter installation company. My very first inclination was to go knock doors, and that sucked. My very second inclination was to go print off a flyer, piece of paper, something simple, and go to every real estate office that I could and insert my flyer into their, at the time, you could go and you could stuff mail into their mailboxes and they actually checked that stuff. I don't think they really do that anymore. But that was the very second thing that I did. I went knock doors. I was like, that sucks a lot. Also, because I looked like a child. I was 19 talking about, guttering people's houses, trying to go door to door and talk them into it. I kind of can't remember that I did that. But the thing that worked, like that afternoon, my phone started lighting up. That afternoon, I went and printed off. I went to the biggest real estate company in the area. I think it was my parents that worked at that office. By that afternoon, people were asking to do things. I think I made like $150 within 48 hours of doing that because somebody was like, "Hey, I need somebody to go hit this job emergently." Boom, got it done. $150 in the bank, paid for all the flyers plus. But the point I'm trying to make is like the agent has access to the homeowner in ways that nobody else does because they've helped them navigate the largest investment decision they'll ever make in their entire life. So why not engineer a strategy where I'm developing a relationship with as many real estate agents as I possibly can using a platform that's made it effortless for me to pay them and effortless for them to submit the referrals? Boom. Home service provider grows a business. Boom. Agent gets a bunch of money. Boom. It is just a win-win-win strategy. I've got endless ways. I'm getting ready to do this with the farmers market that we own. Is we already have an enormous amount of relationships. We just need more traffic to the farmers market website, installed the co-marketing tracking code, go into the existing base of community members that already love the farmers market and saying, "Hey, if you share this, you're going to earn this much extra money to help you offset the cost of your groceries." Win, 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 win. Consulting a company right now, the woman coaches other women on growing their businesses, consulting somebody else that has been in the finance space doing private lending for years and years and years and has a ton of relationships already. You already have the relationships that you need. Well, maybe what you don't have is a way to turn those relationships into recurring revenue inside of your business. And if that's the case, DM me. I would gladly help you understand how to do this. But you should focus on, how can I turn my relationships into revenue? Either because I'm going to go advertise my business and grow it, or because I want to use my network to make extra income to fund my business, to fund my lifestyle, to fund whatever the thing it is that I've got. No matter who you are, you have something that you can leverage and turn that into revenue because you have relationships. You don't need a big following. I could have one follower as long as I knew what that person wanted and I could refer them to those types of businesses. I would make money. This is not rocket science. It's It's one of the greatest strategies without question that I've been able to use because it's absolutely the most profitable. I'm not wasting ad money. I'm only getting leads that I know are from networks that I've like made myself a part of, relationships that I've developed, and it's life changing. Like the strategy is super sound because it's based off of four different business models. It's based off of referrals. It's based off of word of mouth. It's based off of influencer marketing. It's based off of affiliate marketing. It's based off of Facebook ads. Like that, those are all of the different models that I had put together when I developed the co-marketing strategy. And so now when I do co-marketing to grow co-marketing, like the strategy works. It works so well. I was on a call with a man I deeply respect, just a couple of hours ago, talking about joining a mastermind because they've got access to all of these, real estate audiences and email lists and stuff like that. I'm just exposing myself to more audiences. And then I'm willing to pay those people to get me in front of the network. I made a post earlier today and I've got two people that have combined lists of roughly 20,000 people. Pay for speed, baby. Pay for speed. Get in front of the people that need what it is that you have to offer. Make it irresistible. Turn your relationships into revenue. That's how it's done. So I hope you do it because it friggin' works. It works so well. DM me or shoot me a message, comment below, whatever. If you need help, I would gladly show you how to do this. It's not hard, takes work. I have no overnight success, things or get rich quick schemes for you. Obviously, it takes work. But the cool thing is you already have most of the components. Like you already have most of what you need. And I can just show you how to take it to that last 10% and go crush. So hit me up. Turn your relationships into revenue. Remember that. Like, how can I turn my relationships into revenue? Every single person I've met has everything that they need. They just need the right strategy, the right platform to power it all. And that's what I got. Let me know if I can help. Peace.